And the man of the hour joining us now on NFL Total Access. You can see his story tonight on NFL 360 after our show. Tez, the road to North Carolina had a lot in it. Of course, the knee injury, the pandemic, the transfer, but then you get the letter from the NCAA. What went through your mind when you got that news?
It was like my mind was blank. Like I was, in complete shock. Another season about to be taken away from me. I didn't know what else to do at that point. Didn't think about quitting, but in the back of my mind, I thought about, going home, taking a little break from school, maybe football, get away from all of it, all the commotion going on and things like that. So that's pretty much what was running through my mind when I got that letter, when I got that news from Coach Galloway.
And so in the wake of that, Tez, they got the fans chanting. We talked to Mac Brown Mac Brown still seems frustrated about it. You come back. You eventually were free, and you had 7 touchdowns in just 8 games. But what did it mean to you to have so many people fighting for you to get back there on the field?
Yeah, it meant a lot. All those things were going on. It just told me that I picked the right institution. Them standing up for me like that, for my teammates, to the community. And it just shows how good that school is. Everything you hear about North Carolina, they stood up for what they're about. So that's what that told me, that I picked the right university.
In terms of how things went for you guys here in 2023, because when you eventually get on the field, you start thinking about the draft and what you can show scouts. What were you able to show? What have you been able to show them through this process?
The biggest thing to me, I feel like I showed that I belonged on that level, on the Power 5 level. That was also another thing when I was playing at Kent State, was could I do it at the next level? And I also showed, the vertical speed, being able to get over top of any defense, and win in any coverage. Those are some of the things I feel like I showed on that level.
And you definitely showed it in Indianapolis, the scouting combine. There's some pretty impressive physical comps in terms of guys your size that you run in the 4.3s. You had a 40-inch vert. But who do you pattern your game after, Tez?
I say I pattern my game after A.J. Green, somebody I loved growing up, always watched it. Big, physical, good soft hands, could win over top of any defense, long strides. That's one of the guys I try to idolize my game after when he was coming out of college, even when he was in the NFL.
And A.J. had a chance to play with the #1 overall pick in Matthew Stafford when he was at Georgia. You played with Drake. He's been a part of this quarterback conversation for a long time. What's something that we don't know, that most people don't know about Drake May?
Yeah, obviously everybody knows how he is on the field. What stands out to me is how he is off the field. Just who he is as a person, how outgoing he is. He'll take time out of his day to talk to, people you wouldn't stop to talk to. He'll do anything for anybody. He's just, a genuine guy, loves to talk. Will talk to anyone. He has that aura when he walks into the room, and everybody just loves him.
Well, we love your story, Tez. Can't wait to see where you wind up, and can't wait to see your story coming up on NFL 360 tonight at 8 o'clock right after us. Devontez Walker spending time with us here on NFL Total Access.